everyone and welcome to your ultimate Banff travel guide. In this video, we're going to be taking you around Banff and Lake Louise, sharing with you the best activities and tours, the top sites, the best places to find food and drink, the top ski resorts, where we'll even be attempting to ski ourselves, and so much more. So let's get into it. Nestled in the heart of the Canadian Rockies in Alberta, Banff National Park is one of Canada's most spectacular destinations. In this video, we're taking you along on our trip through Banff and Lake Louise. While we visited in winter, many of these experiences can easily be enjoyed in other seasons too. So whether you're planning a snowy getaway or visiting later in the year, this guide is perfect for a 5 to 7 day trip exploring Banff and Lake Louise. This morning, we're going to ride the Banff Gondola. It takes us all the way to the top of the mountain for a spectacular view of Banff National Park. I'm a little bit nervous of heights, but I know the view's going to be worth it, so let's be brave and get me inside this gondola.
Woo!
Oh my god. This bit's not bad, it's the steep part.
Don't pretend like you're all calm.
I'm not, I can see we're nearly there. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do the Whistler one. I was so brave.
She was not brave.
It's actually not too cold. We've provided some throws, we've got a nice fire. It's really cool up here. There's like an igloo. I got my coffee. Perfect.
Pretty bloody special, isn't it? Look at the views from up here. 360-degree views from Sulphur Mountain, overlooking Banff down below. I can see the Fairmont Banff Springs.
It's like a proper winter wonderland. I love the trees. The trees are like the fairy tale picture book winter trees in a forest. It's so magical.
Right, we're nearly at the top, just up there, but we're just taking in the views. We've got some information boards telling us about the heights of the mountain ranges around us.
Mount Corey! Whoa!
Didn't know I had my own mountain here.
We're at the top of Sulphur Mountain.
Well, we're at the top and it's getting cold. I think there's a little bit of snow, a little bit of moisture in the air now, which
yeah,
definitely,
you can see it, the clouds.
when it hits the skin, you can feel it.
Cold.
So we're gonna head back. Maybe let's go and find some food in Banff.
Yes, please. I just close my eyes for a bit until we get a bit further down, okay?
Little tip if you're trying to find free parking in Banff, we found a spot here at the recreation grounds and it's just a short walk across the bridge into town. 3 hours free.
This is gonna warm me up. It's a red lentil dal and it's so good. I just started eating, Corey. It's so yummy. We have a really exciting tour now, and that is the Johnston Canyon Icewalk. We're going to go through the beautiful Johnston Canyon, and during winter it's spectacular. We're going to go see a frozen waterfall. We're going to learn all about the geography of the canyon, and maybe, if we're lucky, spot some wildlife.
This is so beautiful.
We're now on this awesome boardwalk just on the cliff edge, and this place is so incredible. The snow keeps falling on us when the wind catches on the trees. So clear down there. That would be so cold.
You definitely need the ice cleats for this walk. It's quite steep in sections and the snow would be so slippery if you don't have them. You could do this without a tour, possibly, but I recommend going on a tour so you get all the info about the place.
We're on our way to the best part of the trail, the upper falls.
And hot chocolate.
So this is the final and the best stop of the tour is the upper falls, and as you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. The ice is like a blue shade, it's so gorgeous. And we have people about to rappel down there, which is really cool to see. Someone's actually, I think he said kayaked over there, which is mental, but it's absolutely beautiful and more than worth a visit. It's definitely like a bucket list highlight of Banff. One of the most iconic hotels in the Lake Louise and larger area really is the Fairmont Chateau Lake Louise. It is absolutely stunning and huge, and you can't actually come into the hotel unless you're a guest, but if you book afternoon tea or a dinner, then you can access the hotel. So we are booked in for a beautiful afternoon tea with a view of the lake and the snow. So winter wonderland. We are super lucky. We have a gorgeous window seat overlooking Lake Louise. We can watch all the ice skaters, and there's some gorgeous ice sculptures out there. We will be doing ice skating on Lake Louise at some point as well during the trip. Right now we're just looking through our menu. They have actually a few selections, including gluten-free, veggie and vegan, as well as their traditional afternoon tea. So I'll be taking the vegan one, which is really nice that I can partake in a full afternoon tea. And they also have the most incredible tea selection. So my British self is very happy about this. So we have our afternoon teas. Corey's got veggie, I've got vegan. We have some scones, of course, and they call it Devonshire cream, but it's Cornish cream. And we have some jam. Unfortunately, it's not like raspberry or strawberry. I think it's apricot jam, so we'll see how these go. We have a selection of desserts, and then we have some sandwiches on the bottom. I think it's like a cucumber, and then I have beets, but Corey has something different. He's got deviled eggs. We're just waiting for our tea. So I have to have my scone with tea.
It's just started snowing outside. It's so magical with a view of Lake Louise.
So now my tea's brewing, and we actually have this really cute little tea timer. So this is for my oolong, and this is for Corey's Earl Grey. And of course, it has to be jam first. I'm from Cornwall. We do jam first.
We got gluten-free scones instead of the regular scones for the vegetarian tea. But anyway, they've fixed up the era, and these scones look much more tasty. So this one here is a white chocolate and Saskatoon berries, and this one here is a regular scone. I'm just so excited to have a normal scone. Icing sugar on top as well. Lake Louise is famous for those glacial blue turquoise waters, but right now we can't see a damn thing because it's completely frozen over. So we'll have to come back in summer. But when it's frozen over, people can use it for ice skating, for skiing, for cross-country skiing. It's very, very magical here. We're going to take a walk out onto the lake and look back at the hotel for that classic Fairmont Chateau view.
I'm walking on thin ice. Hopefully it'll be okay.
I can see why so many people hold this hotel right here in such high regard. I don't think you would get permission to build something like that in a location like this these days. But back when this was built, it was all good. All right, let's go and check in.
Just checking in under Jacobson.
Sure. May I have your...
We got a welcome card. Thank you. Oh, we got a present. Chocolates.
Our accommodation is right on the edge of the forest here in Lake Louise. Now we're not actually near the lake, we're in Lake Louise, the township, but it is just beautiful, and we're actually much closer to the ski field than I thought. It's only a couple of kilometres up the road.
We're just about to leave our accommodation here in Lake Louise to go ice skating, but it is snowing. It's been snowing. I think it started last night and it's been snowing all morning. It's actually supposed to stop by now, but it's still going. And I thought that we had seen quite a bit of snow already in Canada, but nothing compares to Lake Louise. I mean, the pile of snow over next to the road is so much. Even just look at the top of the buildings, it's crazy. That one is taller than me.
Now it's not a very big place, Lake Louise, a little township. It's just a collection of a few buildings really. So we're going to go and check out one of the local cafes. Oh my God, look at those icicles up there. We've come down to the local recommendation, the Trailhead Cafe down in Samson Mall. A few little shops down here, a little bakery and little grocery supplies and stuff you can pick up whatever you need for your days of activities. But we're going to have a quick coffee here before we head up to the lake. We had to get some of these little ice cleats because we're hoping to do some walking around here.
Very happy we got our kinky boots. They're nice and spiky, so I feel much more confident now walking on the snow and ice. And we're going to be doing lots of trails, I think, over the next month or two while it's still in the depths of winter here in the national parks. So yeah, got these. Here at Lake Louise, there's a few hiking trails and a couple of really nice, easy ones. We're going to do one that goes around the lake shore. It's about 2K one way, and at the end of the trail is a frozen waterfall. So they also have sleigh rides here at Lake Louise. I'm not sure if we'll do it, maybe if we have some free time, but I don't actually know where they go. I presume just around the lake. But it looks quite magical. It feels very Christmassy when I see that.
Every time there's a little gust of wind, it just all falls off of the trees and just drifts through the air because it's so light and so, I don't know, I want to say dry. The snow is so dry.
It's a risky area here, but look up there to that. So somewhere that would be a waterfall, that would be really pretty.
It looks absolutely incredible, and we've just spotted, well, we got told by some other skiers going past, there are ice climbers right at the top of the waterfall. I definitely want to come back here in summer because that walk along the lakeside would be really stunning with the turquoise water. All right, we have our gondola pass and we are going to take the sightseeing gondola up at Lake Louise Ski Resort. Very exciting.
Whee! It's like a roller coaster.
So as far as gondolas go, this ain't too bad. We're not very high actually off the ground, which I think Charlotte is quite happy about. We're probably 3 or 4 meters off the ground.
There's a few steep sections, but it's really cool because the skiers go underneath you and the snowboarders, and this is probably like, I guess, the hardest part. When we come here for ski lessons, they'll be down the bottom, I think. But it's pretty cool watching them.
Bit of sunshine, a little bit of cloud, a little bit of snow coming in the window as well. We've got all elements here at Lake Louise.
Made it to the top. And it's snowing. You can see the peaks over that way, that's really cool.
Oh, it's definitely a bit chillier up here. Whew. But we can see the map now of all the ski slopes and what we're going to check out tomorrow.
And now time for one of the bucket list activities to do here in winter at Lake Louise, and that is to ice skate on the frozen lake. You can hire the skates from Lake Louise itself. You actually get 2 hours rental, and we're just going to go for a cruise, I feel like, because there's like no safety barriers. It's very much made for Canadians who know how to do this. We can do basic ice skating, but we'll see how we go. I don't want to fall over.
Oh my goodness, this is so cool to be in an open lake. Well, we can't skate the whole lake, but we can skate this area right in front of the Fairmont Chateau Lake Louise, and we have the most beautiful afternoon light. It's the sunset in this little valley with this lake. How good. Oh, I didn't think I would ever grow up to do things like this. This is so cool.
One thing that I didn't know is the ice rink is actually open to people who aren't skating as well. So if you just want to have a walk on the ice, probably have some spikes, you can just walk along here, you don't have to be skating. So you can just visit for free. A lot of people come just to get the shot of the little ice castle. You can come for free and get shots here, just not skate if you want to. Ice skating made us very hungry, so we have come to Alpine Social. It is in the Fairmont Chateau Hotel, and you can book a reservation here even if you're not an in-house guest. So if you want to come have a little dining experience in the hotel, you can do that. This is very casual dining, so it's fine to do after a walk in the area or an ice skate. If you're here in winter, you can come and have some food and some drinks. The ice cube has a F on it for Fairmont. It's quite cool. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's strong. I'll stick to my mocktail.
Very strong whiskey, and it's also got maple syrup in there. I wanted to go for the full Canadian experience tonight.
Food has come and this looks delicious. We are so hungry from our fun-filled activity day. Corey has got a big juicy burger and I have got an enchilada. And these portion sizes are pretty good.
Okay, day one and we are at Lake Louise Ski Resort. Now, neither of us have any experience whatsoever on ski slopes, so we're going to learn a lot today. First, we need to go get our rentals. All right, we're kitted up. We've got the whole beginner slope to ourselves.
Tail's pretty easy to remember at the back.
Whee!
Nice, and make that pizza.
I mean, I don't know, it's a sloppy pizza, but I stopped.
All right, first break, drinks break. Guys, I think we are getting the hang of it. A little bit longer slope now, and we're able to do a couple of linked turns together, but I'm having a lot of fun. Charlotte is getting the hang of it. I'm so proud of her. This is a lot of fun for me. I don't know if you can tell, I'm loving it.
I feel like I did okay, like I didn't fall down. I know how to turn, and I feel like I've got like the basic skills now to like develop on and grow my confidence. But yeah, it was actually really fun.
That is our ski lessons done. And now we're in Ten Peaks Lodge. And as you can see, there's lots of food options here. And we are going to go to Kumayama, which is sushi and ramen. I'm very excited to eat. I'm starving after that.
During our time in Banff, we have been staying at Peaks Hotel and Suites. This hotel is located right in the centre of Banff, so it's a great location. You can walk straight into town. There's also, they pick up right outside to the ski resorts. They have a sister hotel opposite where you can access food if you want to go and have breakfast buffet, and they also have a spa that you can access too. Inside the building is beautiful. It's all nice and modern. The inside of our room is really lovely. We've been really enjoying our stay here. We have a balcony and it overlooks the mountains. It's absolutely gorgeous, especially now with all the snow, and we're just waking up to the snow and all the mountain peaks. It's really beautiful. They also have parking on site too, which is great for us because we're visiting Banff as part of a larger road trip. And inside the rooms we have a little kitchenette as well, which is really handy. So overall, we have really enjoyed our stay here in Peaks Hotel and Suites, and if you want to go check them out, go and click the link in the description below or scan the QR code to see what's available for your stay here in Banff. We have come to Cave and Basin here in Banff. It's a geothermal place, so we can already smell the sulphur in the air. It's stinky, but we're going to go and take a look. There's some hot pools in a cave, not for swimming, but for looking. And the really cool thing is, if you have your Canadian National Park pass, you can enter for free. This cave is really spectacular to look at. It smells really strongly of rotten eggs in here, but it's definitely worth a visit. It was actually discovered by railroad workers in the 1800s, but it was used by the indigenous thousands of years ago for ceremonies, really like significant place, and it's quite spectacular. At one time, this area here used to be Canada's largest swimming pool. It closed down in '92 though, mainly because it just wasn't as popular anymore. There was other hotter springs and swimming pools were popping up all over Canada, so they ended up closing it. It's actually still underneath you, so if you're walking, you can hear that it's hollow. There is an empty pool down there. They just put bricks on top. So one of the positive side effects of closing down the main swimming pool is that the local snail colony here actually flourished. It actually flourished so much that they can only now survive in the hot pools, so they're now endangered. So it was good for them, but also kind of bad for them because they rely on this nice hot water so much. But if you look closely on the bacteria that's come up to the top of the surface, it looks like just like debris and dirt on the top, but really it's actually their little kind of like home and food place what the snails live. They're super tiny, but if you look closely, you'll spot them. They have little white tips on their shell, and they all live here in the basin.
Get in. That's me.
Louise Mountain. As you can see behind me, it says hotel, and that's because this area, we're actually standing above the cave of the water, is where they had the first hotel in Banff. It pretty much was this size, it looked like this, it was very basic. And long story short, the discovery of this cave by the railroad workers led to Banff National Park, which also was the first national park in Canada. So this place is really significant. Over the years, it grew into what Banff is today, but actually only 4 years after this little hotel was created, Fairmont Banff Springs was also created, so you can see what a boom it had in just 4 years. But this is a really significant place to visit in Banff National Park. It's beautiful. We've got really lucky. It's beautiful blue sky, and yesterday we had this massive dumping of snow. So right now, Banff looks like absolute winter wonderland. So if you come to visit the Cave Basin in winter and it's a day like this, come up here because look at this little walk. It is stunning. And we saw a squirrel. Now, when it comes to eating out in Banff, there are so many options, but tonight we have chosen a Japanese restaurant called Shoku, and the dinner menu is large. Look at all of this. We didn't even realize there was a back side of the menu when we just chose our food, but we have gone for quite a few options. They said it's a bit like tapas, it just comes when it's ready. You can order loads at the beginning or just keep ordering as you go. We decided just to order quite a lot of stuff, but she said she thinks that will be very nice and full and happy by the end of it. Got a couple of drinks and we're just waiting for our food to come.
Can I eat all of that? Yes, I can. You bloody watch me. Right, our maki roll has come out and it looks incredible. Look at that thing. Wow. Let's get stuck in. Listed shishito peppers. I think they're like a take on a padron pepper if you've ever been to Spain. She said that 1 in 10 is very spicy. Much more flavour than a normal padron pepper.
Is it super spicy?
No, but it's got a nice seasoning on it. That's delish. We're all kitted up, ready to go for our day at Banff Sunshine. Not so much sunshine today, but we're going to make the most of it. We're going to go meet our guide, Amy, who's going to teach us some more about skiing. Ready to rock and roll? Yoo! How you doing, Shaz?
I'm good, we're surviving. Amy's looking after me.
Thanks, Amy. Right, we're heading up to the top of Banff Sunshine now because we have a booking for lunch at the restaurant at the top. There's loads of stuff at the top, so we're gonna go and check it all out. How you doing, Shaz?
I'm good.
You survived?
Yeah, I have survived. That was good. I feel like I've been pushing myself a lot, my comfort zone, being very brave.
We've just had a lovely lunch in the lodge here. It's actually a hotel. We didn't even realise that.
No, which is really awesome. There's a hotel up here and they sort out all your luggage. There's a hot tub in there.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
And it overlooks like the beginners section. So if you've got kids, you can kind of keep an eye on them when they're having their lessons. If you're going to go and have some lunch, some drinks.
There's so many places up here to get food and drink. There's heaps of different options. So, I mean, if you're staying up here at the hotel, you would not run out of things to try. Such a vibe up here. There's a whole village, basically.
We are eating again. We are in Nourish Bistro. We're very hungry after a day on the slopes. I have got a no mojito, non-alcoholic mojito, and Corey's got this fabulous cocktail. I think it's called like Hello Dubai because of Dubai chocolate, like the pistachio chocolate mix, and it looks really cool, and I really want to taste that chocolate too. Thank you, Corey. We have a couple of dishes on the way. This is an all vegetarian restaurant and everything can also be made vegan. The menu looks great. There's lots of things on there that I wanted to eat, which is fabulous, but I have made my decision. I've gone for a potato gnocchi and Corey's got a big burger with a side of poutine on the way. This is really, really yummy. It's like really cheesy and potato gnocchi. Yum! This actually might be my favourite place we've eaten out so far in Banff. Because this is yummy and everything on the menu, like I wanted to eat way more stuff, so I think we may have to come back here. And especially if you're vegetarian, this place needs to be on your itinerary.
Day 3 and we're at Mt Norquay today, which is very, very close to Banff town centre. Probably like a 10-minute drive up the hill. We're gonna go meet Amy, our guide, our instructor, and then we're gonna have one final day of fun on the slopes.
Corey is now pretty much experienced. I'm still a little learner. We're gonna go see what this place has to offer. It's much smaller, it's kind of nice. It's more like a local community feel here, like a tinier place, but I like it, it's cute.
Yoo! All right, we're making our way to the first ski lift, and we have lovely fresh powder as well. I think it's going to be a very fun day.
I'm up.
Charlotte's had another fall.
I went 2 days with no falls, but then I guess I didn't push myself.
You're learning now. Pizza.
They're caught.
They're caught. I saw them get caught. All right, that is our ski day wrapped at Mt Norquay.
We've done our 3 days of skiing. That went so fast.
So much fun.
So it was fun.
Yeah.
I was a bit scared today, but it was also fun.
I did a 360 accidentally, but I did it.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's not over because now we are going to go tubing. It's something you can do here at Mt Norquay. So that is how we're going to wrap up our time on the slopes, tubing. I've got my tube and there's a big slope there and I've got my helmet, so we're going to go tubing. Apparently we can go down together as well. Hold hands. Bye bye.
We survived. That was wild.
That was fun. Now there is one thing you cannot miss if you go to all 3 resorts as part of the Ski Big Free, and that is to go and collect your little token for doing the trifecta. So make sure you keep your ski pass and take it back to the Big Free shop, and we should get like a little souvenir I think for doing all 3. Let's go see, find out what it is. I got my souvenirs, so you can choose between them, but obviously 2 of us, so you got both. There's like a little bag that you can put onto your, I guess your backpack or your clothes or whatever, like an iron-on patch. And then you got this little, they call like a sign, like a trail sign.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really cute, yeah, I like it. So don't forget to come and get this is free, and you also get a voucher for a free drink at some of the pubs. We might do that, but for me this is more exciting. We are at Juniper Bistro for dinner. It's connected to Juniper Hotel. It's just a few minutes out of Banff, like a 2-minute car drive. And this place is lovely. We can see we have a beautiful fire and it's nice and cozy. Today's been snowing all day and we have a beautiful view of all of the trees and the snow. And this menu looks delicious. There's quite a few like vegan veggie options as well. So I think we're gonna get a few things to share. We are sharing this. It's like a decent sized appetizer really, but I think it's meant to be shared. But this is a plant-based discovery platter, so it's all veggie, and it's just like a mix of dips, olives, crackers. We just actually met one of the chefs. I think the head chef, and he's Mexican, which is where you can see some Mexican influence in some of the dishes, especially on the main that Corey's having today, and this one as well. We have come to a place called Southern Sally. Now, Corey kept reading about this place. We wanted to add it to the list. It's located just as you enter into Banff. It's part of like a hotel complex. It looks quite new. There's actually outdoor hot tubs on the balcony. It looks insane, so we're gonna have to research this hotel. But we've actually just eaten a massive brekkie in town, but we had to come here. This is their cinnamon bun. They said it's their bestseller in their bakery, and they're actually all baked upstairs, so it's like on-site bakery. And we have a mocha, and we already know that's good. Corey's tasted it, so it's good. I think the barista's Australian, so you know it's gonna be good. I kind of wish I was more hungry so I could eat more, but I'm really glad that we managed to squeeze this place in. But I need to eat this and tell you if it tastes as good as it looks. Probably up there the best coffee I've had so far in Banff. I think along with Mountain Folk, they're really good too. And that cinnamon bun, definitely a must try if you're into your sweetie treaties. It was really nice. And it's part of Canoe Hotel. We've just seen the sign and this building looks really nice. I think next time we come to Banff, we'll be checking out this hotel. It looks really good. We are spending the afternoon at Sunshine Village, one of the free resorts here in the Banff area, part of Ski Big Free. And we were actually here a few days ago on our ski lessons, but the weather it's pretty terrible. We couldn't see anything, but now it's absolutely beautiful. So we're gonna go up again just as scenic gondola riders. So of the free resorts, it's like the longest gondola. I think it's like a good 20 minutes and it takes you really high up. Beautiful views. They told us that we better come back and see the views, so we're here. So we're excited to go and spend the day here. Let's go get those views that we missed out on.
So it's worth noting that you do not have to be a skier or a snowboarder to come up and see these sites. You can just jump on the gondola as a sightseeing visitor and you just get the lift up on the gondola, and then you can take an extra chairlift right up to Sunshine Meadows.
First corner, I think there's like 3 different stations. This is the first one, you don't really get off here, then you get the mid station and top. We're currently going past the frozen waterfall, which looks really cool.
Well, it is busy up here on this bluebird day.
Well, the weather's so nice.
We've recently had a good dump of snow as well. So the last couple of days, these parks have just been very busy, but everyone is happy. Some fresh powder, blue skies. Oh, it looks magical.
He's jealous he's not skiing.
No, I wish I was skiing today. We're off.
Up to the top.
It is chilly up here. That wind is picking up.
We have made it to the top now, to the famous sunshine sign. This is absolutely stunning up here. And we can see what this is called, is it the meadows? The Sunshine Meadows. It looks like we're just on top of like these rolling hills, like these fields up here. I had no idea this was up here. I'm so glad that we decided to come back up. You can see all of the Canadian Rockies behind me. It is such a beautiful view. It is windy up here. It's a bit chilly, so I don't think I'm going to stay long, but it is so worth the extra push to the top. If you're skiing, and you've got the ability to come up here, but if you haven't, come and just do the scenic, just jump on the skiers, get the scenic gondola ride up here. It is absolutely beautiful. One of the best views that we've seen so far in Banff for sure.
So Banff Sunshine actually has 3 mountains here. Currently we are on Standish Mountain. This is where the famous sunshine sign is. You also have Goat's Eye Mountain, which I believe is this one right here, and then over here is Lookout Mountain. Each of them have heaps and heaps of ski runs. I think there's over 100 ski runs here. And if you want to check conditions, they've got great live cameras on all the mountains, so you can check them out before you come. But this place is incredible, and on a day like today, you just can't ask for any better. This is amazing. This makes me want to become a full-on seasonal skier.
We had no idea, but the marker up here as well signifies the border between Alberta and BC. That's kind of cool. We're in 2 places at once if we go around it. BC, Alberta, BC. I had no idea about that. That's cool.
Right, we've come to Sunshine Village for some food and drink. Charlotte's got a vegan pepperoni pizza.
They said that they cut the slice too small, so they gave me 2 for 1.
Get in.
The slice was very generous anyway.
We've got some music, some vibes. There's a bar here. It's going off on a Sunday. And I've got myself a vegan burger.
It's our final dinner in Banff and we have come to the park. This is a really cool pub, restaurant, distillery. They make their own gin and I also think like whiskey and vodka. You can see vodka on the menu a lot too, so I expect that they do vodka. You can actually see the stills over there and they do tours as well if you're into that. You can actually see how it's all designed, all the distilleries like incorporated into the design. This is pretty cool. There's also this really cool alpine cabin aesthetic in the restaurant as well. There's like hiking bags and equipment on the shelves around here, so it's pretty awesome. I think this is like a popular place for skiers to come and have their dinner or beers. There's hockey on the TV, it's that kind of place. We have come for a couple of meals and some cocktails on the way as well. We're going to taste some of the local alcohol they produce. I'm having a non-alcoholic actually, but Corey will do that for us. And I can see why this place is recommended a lot. I think this is a local spot, it's quite popular. This came out so fast, honestly, less than 5 minutes and everything was here. I was like, wow, okay. This is really nice. This is a mocktail. It's got an Earl Grey flavour to it. It's really nice and refreshing. And this one is alcoholic, but the server said it's similar to like a peach iced tea, but with a healthy dose of alcohol. And I've gone for a veggie burger and Corey has gone for pasta. It's rigatoni with cheese and it's also a vodka tomato sauce. So I've seen that actually on a lot, not just here, but a lot of places infuse vodka, like vodka even in the soup here as well. It's really interesting. Right, let's tuck in. This is yummy. This is a really yummy, juicy burger and the pasta is actually delicious. So I think that we are now going to be sharing our food. Thank you, Corey. Well guys, we hope that you enjoyed our tour around Banff, showing you some of the best things to do here in Banff and Lake Louise. If you enjoyed this video, maybe go check out these. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do for more Canadian adventures. Thank you so much for watching and we'll see you again soon. Bye!